What's up, guys? Apple's first foldable iPhone is finally starting to take shape. And honestly, this might be Samsung's worst nightmare, because Apple isn't just entering the foldable market. They're coming in with 3 big upgrades that could seriously embarrass the Galaxy Z Fold 8. And once you see how all of this fits together, things start getting worrying for Samsung. Let me break it down. So, first up, let's talk about the battery, because this is where things get crazy. Multiple reports are saying Apple is putting a massive 5,500 mAh battery inside its first foldable. That's bigger than any iPhone ever made, and it's even bigger than the Galaxy Z Fold 7's battery. Now, normally Apple loses the battery capacity battle, but here's the thing, they don't actually need to win it. iPhones already get better battery life than most Android phones, thanks to their chips and how tightly optimized iOS is. So imagine what happens when Apple finally has the bigger battery too. And that's a real problem, especially when you remember that Samsung barely upgraded Fold batteries for almost 7 years. To be fair, Samsung saw this coming. The Z Fold 8 is rumored to jump to 5,000 mAh for the first time, but Apple isn't stopping there. They're reportedly using advanced stacked batteries and high-density cells. So if these leaks are accurate, the iPhone Fold could easily outlast Samsung's foldable. And yes, Samsung should be worried. But here's where it gets really interesting. We now have 3D printed mockups comparing the iPhone Fold to the Z Fold 7, the Tri-Fold, and the Huawei Pura X. And right away, you notice it. Apple is doing things differently. The inner screen is slightly smaller than Samsung's, but the aspect ratio is completely different, which changes how the phone actually feels in daily use. Apple is targeting just 4.5 millimeters when unfolded. And yes, it's slightly thicker than Samsung, but if you followed Apple lately, you already know why. They're choosing battery life over thinness, and honestly, this is exactly where Samsung missed it over the years. Now, Apple is reportedly going for a completely creaseless screen, and that's basically the holy grail of foldables. Samsung already showed off this same technology with a new water drop style hinge, and the Z Fold 8 Wide is expected to use it too. So both phones will look very similar from the outside, which is exactly why most people are missing what really matters, because inside, they're completely different. The real battle is happening in the hinge. Earlier leaks suggested both Apple and Samsung would rely on similar hinge systems, but newer reports say Apple isn't just matching Samsung here. They're taking it a step further with liquid metal combined with an upgraded titanium frame. Liquid metal is significantly stronger than traditional alloys, more elastic under pressure, and far more resistant to long-term wear. More importantly, it helps prevent the hinge from loosening over time. So even after a year or two of daily folding and unfolding, the phone should still feel tight, stable, and premium. And this isn't some last-minute experiment. Apple has been working with this material for over 15 years. This is long-term planning finally coming together. Powering all of this is the rumored A20 Pro chip built on TSMC's 2nm process. We're looking at up to 15% faster performance and 30% better efficiency. But the real story isn't raw speed. It's something called WMCM packaging, where Apple places the RAM directly onto the same wafer as the CPU and GPU. That improves efficiency and frees up space inside the phone, which is probably how they fit that massive battery in the first place. So yeah, Samsung has experience, but Apple is entering the game with a serious plan. And if these rumors hold up, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 might actually be in trouble. And here's the crazy part. This phone is expected to launch right alongside iPhone 18 Pro. I've got the full breakdown on what to expect from that lineup. Click right here and I'll see you there.